How do you say her name? Because I've heard people say it's Dashawn, or is it just?
I prefer to go by Dashawn.
And Denham Springs, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What does it mean? Like, this is our first chance to get talked to, I guess. So what does it mean to stay here, in the area and play for LSU?
To me, it's pretty good. Like, the coaching and everything around it, the coaches that come through, the players as well. I just want to be one of the greats that come through out here as well.
Yeah, and you're getting some early playing time, right? So, like, what do you feel like you're doing right? And where do you feel like, I'm still learning, but I'm learning as best I can? Like, where do you feel like you really need to?
I probably think I need to excel throughout the plays and, just execute, stay consistent throughout the week. But I probably just, I know I'm a young guy, so I know I'll improve throughout the years. So.
Are there some pinch yourself moments, like freshman and I'm out here playing, or you not think about that, or how exciting is it to be out there so early?
Typically when I'm out there, I don't really think that I'm, a freshman. I'm just out there flying around trying to play, with the big kids. So that's really all I think.
What are the challenges of this team that you're playing this week? They score a lot of points. Their offense has been on fire. What do you guys going to have to do this week?
Just execute the job. That's what Coach really emphasizes on, is executing the job is what we're trying to do in today's practice as well.
Obviously, they're playing a lot of safeties, trying to get the right combination. Coach Kelly's talked a little bit about it. The coaches kind of learning their personnel, I guess. And what are they communicating to you as far as getting out there on the field and kind of just playing loose, and trying to show what you're capable of?
We have a mix of safeties. Me and Jordan Gilbert playing at Rover right now. We both have attributes that fit the scheme well, so we just rotating in.
Looks like we're going to talk to Trey'Dez after we talk to you. So, what do you see in him? Obviously, another young guy right from the area that's coming in and trying to find his way.
Me and him actually played on 7-on-7 together, so playing with him was actually pretty fun. Him mossing old people. Seeing it now, I was like, yeah, we really got to get this dude at LSU with us. Seeing him at practice, he can be great.
Yeah. What, as far as the speed of the game, going from high school to college, is it something that's you were noticing right away? Is it something that you're getting used to now?
Yeah. Speed of the game, it gets fast, but when you know what you do, know what to do, and like I said, stay consistent throughout your keys and stuff, it'll slow down eventually.
A lot of the talk this week will be about Harold not being there, right? So what are you guys talking about in the locker room about as far as everybody? It's going to take 11 people to kind of fill that void.
Harold's out. It's a sad situation, but Bus moves on. So we got backers moving into that position. Bus moves on, so we just gonna keep rolling.
You've got on the field a lot as a freshman. What's kind of been your biggest learning curve? Like whether it's class schedule, all that, like freshman year football. What's been your biggest thing you've had to adjust to?
I'll probably say my biggest thing is have a routine. That's my biggest thing, is have a routine. So throughout the week, I do the same routine throughout. Since I got here, I'm doing the same routine.
Who's helping you kind of learn the ropes? Like who have you really latched on to? Who's latched on to you to kind of show you the way and what it means to be a college football?
It'll be Jacoby Stevens. Yeah, he really helped me throughout since I got here. It's probably the third day I got here, we was doing drills and stuff. He really seen the potential that I had, so he really showed me the ropes.
Excuse me. Who's your position there?
Jake Olsen.
Jake Olsen. Yes. So he's a guy that we don't really talk a lot about, right? Corey gets a lot of the secondary love, I guess. What kind of coach is Jake for the safeties right now, and how do you feel like his messaging is getting across?
He's a great coach. I really love Coach Jake. He's a real smart guy. Anything you need, go talk to him. He's gonna get you right. So.
Going back to Perkins, who do you feel like has really stepped up in that leadership role on the defense?
Probably Witt. He's Witt and Greg. They really stepped up in that role, coming on the field in today's practice, stepping up in that role.
We're seeing them throw the ball around on offense. You have to see it in practice, right? How good is it to see Kyle get involved, to see Aaron get involved? Really, I think 9 different dudes caught balls this past weekend. As far as the offense spreading it around and getting everybody involved, I know you're going up against them, but are you excited when they have success?
Yeah, we are a team at the end of the day. Iron sharpening iron. So when I see them catch balls on us, and we got to get it right. But I know they're gonna go out on Saturdays and execute, so it's really fun to see.
Any one guy like standing out to you that you like to go up against or like match up with?
It'll probably be Trey'Dez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like he, like I said, iron sharp iron. So he wins some reps, I win some reps, and then they were getting better.
What does he do well?
He's really good at lots of people.
Yeah.
So, and I'm a pretty big safety as well. So going against taller safeties and bigger safeties, I think that can help him. In my opinion.
Couple more for Dashawn, guys.
Is there a certain amount of pride you take when you're local and playing for LSU?
Oh yeah, it's a whole lot of pride being here. I moved here when I was about 9, so watching LSU football, the 2019 football team, Jacoby Stevens, Grant Delpit, watching them play, fly around, I just want to do the same thing, be one of the greats that they talk about.
Any more? One more?
You changed your name, right? Last name?
Yes, sir.
Why was that important?
It was really important to me because my stepdad, he's really stepped up in my life, so I wanted to take pride in his last name. So.
Thank you. Obviously, we're going to talk a lot of freshmen, right? So what does it mean to you to be able to play as a freshman, right? Get some time as a freshman.
It means a lot, knowing that they have a lot of trust in me, to be able to do that, because in the SEC, especially in the interior, on the D line, like nobody really has that kind of trust for a freshman. And then me just getting there too. I just started playing this year, so it's really been a blessing. It means a lot.
Where did you play? Did you play outside as an end or something?
Oh yes, sir. I came in here as an end. At my high school, I played a little bit of interior D line, but it's high school. But yeah, I was an end. I came in here at like 2:45.
When this season started, the questions were about the defense, right? How good could they be? What could they be? So many new pieces. When Tank gets hurt, and it's like it kind of starts all over. But you guys have played really well, at the end position and in interior. I guess how much pride do you guys have in the room right now about kind of holding the rope and doing what you're supposed to be doing?
We know our numbers are our numbers are limited right now because we lost a leader in Tank, and one other person is down, Jay Lee. So we know that people have to step up, and that's really all it is. We got to go our necks, and realize that we're all we got.
Ahmad, you're talking about coming in at like 2:45. What are you up to now?
I'm about 280.
Well, that was one of the things Coach Kelly talked about, like, your willingness to move inside, gain all that weight. Like, what was that process kind of like? Like, they were telling you, hey, we want you to bump down, you got to gain all this weight. How did that kind of come about?
Yeah, so after the spring, I played the end of the whole spring, and honestly, I was trying to keep my weight down, but that didn't even work. So when they told me I could eat whatever I wanted, I was like, sure, go ahead, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I just started eating, a lot of protein, eating the right way to make sure I didn't put on just fat. I actually lost a percentage of body fat since I gained all that weight, and I did it the right way.
You don't deal with Canes.
How do I do
Back
that?
on some more weight, right? Raising Canes.
Oh yeah. Canes, Whataburger, especially when I was packing Whataburger. I ain't gonna lie. I was munching on Whataburger for months.
South Alabama, they score a lot of points. What are you guys seeing? What's the challenge this week for this defense?
We just had to do what we've been doing, but even better. You know what I'm saying? Every week we're striving towards perfection because the opponent isn't really South Alabama, it's us. So we have to beat ourselves every day.
How much has Bo Davis made you better since you got
Bo
him?
Davis made me a totally different player. Honestly, before I really had no technique. I didn't know how to use my hands. I didn't know how to use my leverage properly. But he really changed my game. And people would say I'm an undersized D lineman. I've learned how to use my leverage to make me 300 plus pounds. To not to the naked eye, but in my eyes, because I can play like one.
In high school, you learned under another former LSU great, Kyle Williams, great pass rusher. How did he prepare you for this moment as a freshman, to take over and get some playing time?
Coach Kyle told me before I even got here, do every drill full speed with your hair on fire. I only know one speed, and he taught me how to, have that mindset to be like, never quit. He taught me how to work, how to play, how to be a man, everything that he had to learn growing up, and it made me a way better player than what I would have been with anybody else.
Braden, Savion, they're just blowing up, right? Like, I mean, I know you're excited for them. What do you see in them that, you want to model, I guess, and really kind of strive to be?
And they have a lot of confidence, and that translates onto the field. I really do mess with that because they took me in since I got here. You know what I'm saying? They were mentoring me when I was at DN, and they worked. So I really respect that about them, and I want to model that about them too.
Kyle Williams may have had the best career out of any D lineman over here in the last 20 years or so. So I'm sure when you talked to you were listening.
Oh yeah, I was definitely listening. You gotta listen to him. He's just like Coach Breaux. He'll yell. But you don't listen, yeah, it's a problem. But yeah, that's my dog, man. That's my dog.
You obviously had camps when you were in high school and whatnot, but when you got out here for fall camp in August, was there an acclimation? Man, this is tough. Or?
There was an acclimation. The difference is I had the proper, strength and conditioning, the proper nutrition, and that really helped. So honestly, Rustin's was kind of like more hard because we didn't have the proper stuff or whatever. Like we weren't doing our stuff at home. We were just being kids. But yeah, here you really have to focus on your technique even when you're tired, and that's the hardest part I've dealt with since I started playing football, honestly.
You and Trey'Dez, obviously freshmen, getting playing time. You ever get a smack about beating him in the state championship?
Oh yeah, all the time. All the time. Yeah. What was it? 34-17. Yeah, it was 30. It was 34-17. Yeah. Yeah. We were never really worried about Zachary. I never lost to Zachary, so it's whatever. Yeah.
Gio and JVR, I think everybody's kind of getting like Dom this week, right? Like got a sack. Just what does it mean to kind of see that room have some success? You talked about the confidence earlier. I'm assuming that kind of just starts to feed, right?
Yeah, we're getting more confidence all across the room. We're playing more free, and we're not trying to be robotic and all that. I like seeing Dom go out there, get a sack. That just shows how far he's come. He came in the summer. He ain't really been here long. He's already showing production. Suggs, yeah, he's the dog. He works, and I'm proud of him to see that production out there.
Couple more guys. You got me. Good. Everybody good? Good.
Great. I remember first day of fall camp, right? We were like, man, look at that, right? Like, what has the process been for you to kind of, fill in the blanks, I guess, and get to where you can play on the field, be a legitimate target, produce, and continue to get better?
Well, right now, I'm just trusting the coach's process. I'm just getting better at my blocking, getting better with my technique. That's all.
Look, you're obviously coming in as a young, talented guy, but what are you learning from a guy like Mason Taylor? He's been here, 3-year guy, and he's having a heck of a season so far.
Mason's a great guy. Like, he's a great leader and role model. Like, he teaches me things like getting here early, being a pro, doing everything the right way every time.
Tell me about the touchdown against Nichols.
It was great. It was a surreal moment by me being the first person to score in Death Valley on a 100-year opener. So that was great. All glory to God.
Is this kind of crazy because football is relatively new to you, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I just started playing football in the 10th grade, and I started it for fun. And I just took off with it. I was like, maybe I'm good at this, so maybe I got something going for myself. I can do it.
Was it like your first game you scored 2 touchdowns and then you immediately got college offers like after one game?
I got offered by University of Houston football, and then the basketball team was kind of timid, so they offered me for basketball for University of Houston too.
Can you tell us what the plan is for basketball? Because people have noticed you're on the roster.
Yeah, I'm playing basketball this year, but like I said, my focus is just on football right now, just getting better at my technique with that and beating South Alabama.
Yeah, that's got to be a challenge for you, though, right? Because you want to be big enough to be an inline blocker, but then you also have the skill set that allows you to get vertical, and then the basketball thing as well. So, like, how in-depth are those conversations that you're having when you're either coming here or now with Coach Mann, Coach Kelly, all those things? How does that work?
I think everybody has a clear understanding of what I'm doing, and we have a great schedule planned out for me for the basketball side of it. So, right now it's just football time, and I'm just locked in on football right now.
What do you feel like you really want to work on? Like, you're seeing how hard it is to hold the edge, right? And you're seeing how hard it is to block these guys.
Yeah, getting my weight up and blocking, like my technique on blocking, that's really like what make me a great tight end. That's all.
I know the fact that you couldn't play basketball your high school year was a big downer for you, huh? How tough was that for you?
It was very tough. It was like a depressing stage in my life, but I just turned everything over to God, and I looked past that, and now I'm here at LSU, on the field at LSU.
What was it like to be on the field in Tiger Stadium for the first time?
It was great. I walked in warm-ups, I looked around, it was packed. Like, I had butterflies in my stomach, but I locked in, I was like, it's time to go.
The room is really coming along with Pimp as well, I guess. Just, how much do you talk about that with Slade and just kind of developing? It seems like there's tiers, right? There's Mason, and there's Pimpin, and there's you. They're all different stages of your career, right? So like kind of learning and developing and continuing this growth. And she wasn't really known since probably the 90s for tight ends. It's been a while. I mean, Thad Moss, I agree. Let's not forget that. But it's been a while since they've really produced a consistent tight end. Do you feel like you guys are setting the groundwork for that?
Yeah, I feel like we got one of the most talented tight end rooms in the country. I feel like Coach Slade, he's doing like a great job with us. Like, he's teaching us like a lot of stuff. So basically, just me and Pimp. Mason's helped with us. Me and Pimp also. So I feel like Mason's a great stepping stone for us.
Playing with Garrett Nussmeier, how's that been?
It's been great. Ness is a great guy. He's actually funny. So I didn't expect that from him.
Yeah, just the number of targets that he has to work with, right? I mean, you guys got to share the ball. So there's some patience, I'm sure, that's needed, right? Just how much of that do you talk about when you're with the different receivers, understanding that anybody can get the ball at any time, so you got to be ready?
Yeah, I feel like everybody's just trusting coach's process. I mean, we're doing what we were told. Whatever coach says, we do, and like the ball gets spread around.
Any more guys for Trey?
What are you majoring in?
Sports administration.
So how's the first semester of college classes and everything going for you?
It's been great. Like, all the thing you got to do is really just pay attention. That's all.
Any more guys? All right.
How about Snyder Dan Smith?
Oh, yeah. Actually, at practice today, he told me he was going to try and teach me some dance moves in the end zone. I told him he should take some notes on me and I'll teach him some dance moves better. But I think I had a pretty good celebration in the end zone.
So at least you got rhythm, right?
Yeah.
Rolling back to the USC game, I saw when you got up, you instantly grabbed it. Was it the ball hitting the ground, hitting your arm?
I think I tried to brace myself hitting the ground, and I ended up hurting my arm, and I was going to try and stay in the game. It just got worse, but, I mean, stuff happens. It's football, so just had to take that time, get back healthy, and then try and get back on the field and make plays.
A lot of times when guys are off the field, they say they get to see the game from a different perspective. Do you feel like that helped, or you were able to do that?
Definitely, me just having to stay locked in at every time. Since I'm not playing, you're not going to get the same reps, and you're not going to have the same feel for everything. So me being hurt, I had to emphasize me just taking the mental reps really in practice, making sure I'm staying on top of my plays and everything. Because I mean, if I didn't do that, I would be taking steps back and getting lost in the offense, which the time I would come back, I wouldn't be ready to go. So I had to emphasize me coming in and taking the mental reps and making the best out of every day I had when I was hurt.
Take me through the touchdown.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a big play. I was in the slot. I saw his man coverage, so I knew Garrett was probably going to end up throwing me the ball. So I just knew I had to win as a receiver. Garrett, that's what he expects of us, to go win our route. I was running down the field. I saw the ball in the air. He put it right where only I could get it, and I made a play, dove in the end zone. First touchdown at Tiger Stadium was really just a surreal feeling, getting in there, and then a little celebration, as Coach Kelly talked about. I had to do that, but it was a great feeling.
Coaches talk about the chicken or the egg. What comes first, the confidence or making the plays gives you the confidence?
Yes,
but
sir.
You feel like this will build to a lot more. You get in the end zone for the first time.
Yes, sir. Definitely. That's definitely a confidence builder. You getting in the end zone. I mean, that's what I came here for, scoring touchdowns and everything. So me getting in the end zone now definitely give me a confidence boost and just help me going through the rest of the season. Just help me making plays. I mean, just going out there and playing with the confidence I have.
Obviously, the passing game has been really impressive. What's it been like to play with a quarterback like Garrett Nussmeier?
It's been great. He's a big Texas guy just like me, so we come from the same area. He's been behind sitting in the backup quarterback position for like 3 years, so I felt he's been able to just sit back and watch and take notes from everybody else and improve his game from that point, which has very helped him a lot. And he's came out here and produced very well, putting the ball on the money, making the right reads, and I mean, I love him at quarterback, and I think he's the best quarterback in the nation. So it's been great playing with him.
I bet you do love this offense when it's spreading around like that.
Yes,
How
sir.
much do you guys talk about that in the receiver room? Just being available, like you said, taking those mental reps so you're ready. It's a deep room.
Yes, sir. We do have a deep room this year at receiver, so Coach Hankton always emphasizes it. Since it's a deep room, he feels as everybody can make a play, and we feel as that too. So even if somebody does get tired in the game, the next person to come in can make the same equivalent play to the person that was in. So he emphasizes that a lot in us and just making sure we're ready. You never know when your time will come, so at any moment, come in, your name is called, your number called, you got to go out there and produce just like you're supposed to.
Being one of the younger guys in the receivers, what has Kyron Lacy, Chris Hilton kind of taught you?
Just a lot, really. Just sitting back here either last year with Malik, Kyron, Chris, BT, and all of them, I got to take a lot of notes, just how to play the game and different ways to maneuver around the field. And I mean, I feel that's really helped me a lot, taking notes from the older guys. I mean, they've been here, so they know the feel for the game and how everything goes. So I feel like that's really helped me a lot of what to expect in being out on the field. And the game pace picking up and everything, they helped help me learn the plays and everything. So I feel that they played a good role in me becoming what I've come right now, and just to what's for to come in the future.
Talk about that a little bit. Like, I know wide receivers have something. I don't know what it is. It's not DBU. Is it WRTS?
Yeah, WRTS. Yes,
What is that?
It's wide receiver type. I can't say the last word, but I mean, it's just the swagger we play with. We go out there, they call us wide receiver U, but we go out there and we got to play with that swagger every time on the field. We coming out there. We always say the team goes as we go, so we got to bring that spark on the field to everybody, and we make plays, and everybody else gonna come with us, and that's just gonna uplift everybody around us.
When you guys, you're looking at LSU now, it's different, right? Because you've seen Jets, you've seen Chase, you've seen the guys that you talked about last year.
Yes, sir.
Do you feel like there's a standard now that you have to play up to?
Yeah, I feel like there's definitely a high standard. First round guys has been a lot in these past couple of years, so you being a receiver here, you definitely got to play to the standard. I mean, you're not coming here for no reason anyways, though, so the coach sees that in you, so you just got to go out there, put it all out on the field, and, I mean, just play football at the end of the day, the sport you've been playing for since you were a young kid.
We don't talk enough probably about the job that Cortez does. Like, what does he do well, I guess, to get it out of you guys or get you guys to that next level?
He's a real personable coach, I would say. Coach Hankton is a great guy. He's not a big rah-rah guy, but he'll give it to you straightforward, let you know what you need to know or whatever you need to fix. And he emphasizes that a lot. I mean, he's always going to be hard on us because he expects us to be at such a high standard. So him being hard on everybody like that, I mean, he's a great coach. I mean, he's just always going to make sure we're doing the right thing in the right position. He's going to put us there to make plays. So he's been a great coach so far.
A couple more guys.
You're a big track guy, huh?
Yeah, I ran in high school, yeah.
Yeah. I heard about your blazing speed before you got here.
Yes,
How
sir.
much is that a big asset for you?
Yes, sir. Definitely speed. That's a big part of it. I mean, with my speed, I mean, I always got to put out on the field. It helps me make plays. I mean, playing fast all the time, it really helps me become a receiver. I mean, just making plays overall in general.
Did LSU talk to you about doing track also?
No, sir, they did not. I mean, track is I mean, people be running some real fast all the time. We got Jelani in the room running a 10-1. I mean, he burning me and then Chris Hilton. So, I mean, it's a good sport, but I don't think I was that fast.
I got you.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'11".
All right, so Aaron, not real prototypical, you think, wide receiver guys. What makes you all have such a good catch radius and that you can go get it anywhere?
Yeah, like you're saying, me and Aaron, not the biggest receivers, but I mean, I feel like we play big overall, though. Our athleticism allows us to play big also. So, I mean, if the ball's in the air, I feel like me and Aaron have the same athletic ability as any tall guy to go up there and make a play on the ball, which, I mean, that really helps a lot. I mean, just strength-wise, too, I feel like me and Aaron are both stronger receivers, so we can play with our strength. And, I mean, that overall, just being a strong receiver, you can make plays overall using your body and strength and everything.
Thank y'all, guys.